Okay, so the question I'm doing for this explanation video is the Expert TA homework number 5. A motorcycle begins at rest, t equals 0 seconds. The motorcycle starts moving and eventually covers a distance, d equals 553 meters, in a time of t final equals 122 seconds. In a coordinate system with north being the positive x direction, the motorcycle's motion is in the northern direction. And so over here I drew a diagram that has the motorcycle moving in the northern direction. And the first question wants to know what was the motorcycle's average speed during this period in meters per second. And so to find that, to find the average velocity, you take the total distance, which is 553, and then you divide that by the total time in seconds, which is 122. When taking 553 meters and dividing that by 122 seconds, you get 4.53 meters per second for the answer to question A. Then we move on to question B, and this wants to know what was the motorcycle's displacement in the northern direction during this period in meters. And displacement is like the distance traveled from the start position. And so we know that the motorcycle traveled 553 meters in the northern direction, so therefore the displacement equals 553 meters. The next question is, what was the motorcycle's average velocity in the northern direction during this period in meters per seconds? And so we're going to use the same equation that we used above, where it takes the distance and divides it by the time. And so we'll take 553 again and divide that by 122, which equals 4.53 meters per second. And this number would be positive because he's moving in the northern direction and the motorcycle does not move south at all. The final question was, if the motorcycle's final velocity at TF was 12 meters per second, what was the motorcycle's average acceleration in the northern direction during this period in meters per second squared? And so in order to find the average acceleration, you take the velocity final, which was 12, minus the initial velocity, which is 0. And then you take that and you divide that by the total time it took, which was 122 seconds. And so then that becomes 12 over 122. And when that comes out to 0.098 meters per second squared. And so that is the answer to the final question for the Expert TA number 5.